Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got a really special story for you. It's this beautiful Urdu fable all about faith, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bond between a daughter and her mother. And that question? Well, it's at the very heart of this whole thing. Our story kicks off with a simple act of kindness. Not some grand evil plan, just a good deed. But that one good deed, it leads to an absolute nightmare. Okay, so let's set the scene. Our hero is this wonderful young girl, Mariam. She's completely devoted to her sick mother, Halima. Now, they weren't always poor. They used to have everything, but they lost it all. So now it's just the two of them. And for Mariam, her mom is literally her entire world. So this simple life they have, it's about to be completely shattered. One morning, Mariam's mother gets really, really sick. We're talking pale face, struggling to breathe. Mariam is, as you can imagine, absolutely terrified. In a panic, she runs to a pond nearby to get some cool water for her mom, hoping it might help. But when she gets there, she finds this old man, and he's stuck, like really stuck in the thick mud, crying out for help. And Mariam, being the person she is, doesn't even hesitate. She just wades in and uses all her strength to pull him out. But here's the twist. This isn't just some old guy. He's actually a powerful magician, and he's so grateful, he offers her anything she wants. Gold, jewels, you name it. But what does Mariam say? She says no. She turns down all of it. All she wants, the only thing she asks for, is for her mother to get better. I mean, think about that. Even in her desperate situation, she's not tempted by wealth at all. It just shows you where her heart is. Well, you'd think the magician would be impressed, right? Nope. He is furious. He's completely insulted that she refused his amazing gifts. He sees her goodness not as a virtue, but as a slight against him, and he decides he's going to teach her a lesson. So he just casts this dark spell. A huge cloud of smoke surrounds her, and poof, just like that, she's gone. Her screams just vanish into the haze. But she didn't just disappear. Oh no, it's way worse. He turned her into a little white rabbit. A talking rabbit, mind you, so she still has her human mind and feelings, but she's trapped in this tiny body. And she's been torn away from the very mother she was trying so hard to save. So now, she's a captive. The magician sells her off to some rich merchant, but this is not where her story ends. Not even close. This is where things get really interesting, because now Mariam has to use her incredible mind to fight back. Okay, so this merchant, he has two sons. And they are night and day. The older son is the golden child, hardworking, responsible, but the younger one, Yusuf, he's kind of a lazy good-for-nothing, at least in his dad's eyes. And Mariam, the rabbit, takes one look at him and thinks, perfect. So that night, you can just imagine Yusuf's face when this little rabbit starts talking to him. Mariam lays it all out. She makes him a promise. Do exactly what I say, no questions asked, and I'll make you so rich and respected that even your dad will be proud of you. It's an offer he just can't refuse. And just like that, with Yusuf on board, Mariam kicks off this absolutely brilliant, incredibly risky plan. Remember, this is a tiny rabbit with the mind of a fiercely determined young woman, and she's about to turn the whole kingdom upside down. She uses what she knows about the forest to get these impossible, mythical gifts for Yusuf. First, a deer with a golden hide. Then, a peacock with feathers of 7 different colors. Yusuf just presents them to the king, and boom, suddenly he's this mysterious, super-rich nobleman that everyone is talking about. The king is blown away, and more importantly, so is the princess. She's smitten. The king actually agrees to let Yusuf marry her, but there's a catch, a big one. He wants to see Yusuf's amazing estate before he gives his final approval. And this is a huge problem, right? Because Yusuf doesn't have an estate. He has nothing. It was all a brilliant plan cooked up by a rabbit. So he runs to Mariam, totally panicking, and she knows what she has to do. It's time to face the magician. What she does next is just wow. Out of sheer faith, she prays. And her belief is so strong that she actually summons the magician's own magical palace, this incredible illusion, and presents it as Yusuf's home. I mean, can you believe the guts on this rabbit? But doing something that powerful, it's like sending up a flare. It gets the magician's attention, and he is not happy.
He shows up right in the middle of the court, furious, yelling, "This palace is mine, this wealth is mine, and that rabbit, that's a girl."
The whole place just goes silent. Everyone is staring as this magician points to a little rabbit and reveals the whole incredible story. The jig is up, and now we're set for the final showdown. So what happens next isn't a sword fight. It's a battle of wills, and it's over in a heartbeat. The magician throws all his dark magic at her, but Mariam stands firm, using nothing but the pure faith she's held on to this whole time. A brilliant flash of light just erupts from her, and it completely wipes out his darkness. And just like that, good wins. The magician's evil power, for all its flash and bang, was just no match for a pure heart. His wicked spell is broken once and for all. And the magician? He shrinks down into a little mouse and gets promptly eaten by a palace cat. Poetic justice, right? And with his magic gone, Miriam transforms back. She's standing there in front of everyone, no longer a rabbit, but the young woman she was all along. The king immediately sends his soldiers to find her mother. They bring Halima, who has been heartbroken this whole time, to the palace. And the reunion, you can just imagine. Tears everywhere. It's the moment Miriam has been fighting for. So in the end, everything is set right. Yusuf, who's learned a thing or two about humility, marries the princess. And Miriam and her mom, they're given a new home and can finally live in peace and comfort. It just leaves you with this one powerful idea, doesn't it? That true faith, that real patience and love, it really can overcome even the darkest of challenges.